Hi everyone, this video will teach you how to make your own pork dumpling, also known as 水饺. This recipe will yield about 15 to 20 dumplings. I will include the list of ingredients and quantity in the description box. To make the pork filling, you will need 300 grams of minced pork. You will also need a handful of diced onions. If you would like to know how to dice your own onions, we have a separate video for that. You will also need a packet of pre-made dumpling skin. You can find them easily in a supermarket. These dumpling skin are shaped in like a square because it will be easier for VI clients to orientate themselves. You will also need 2 half tablespoons of light soya sauce, 2 half tablespoons of sesame oil, half tablespoon of Chinese cooking wine, also known as jiu, and some white pepper. So before we start, make sure you wash your hands first. Then we're going to start by grabbing a handful of diced onions and add it into the minced pork. Next, we're going to start adding in the condiments. The tablespoon that I'm going to use next is a flat tablespoon that is commonly used to eat rice. Because it is flat, you want to make sure that you pour right above the bowl so that if it drips out, the bowl catches it. You want to orientate yourself by familiarizing with the mouth of the condiment bottle so that as you tilt your bottle and pour the contents, it does not spill out. As you hold on to the spoon from the neck, you want to place your index finger about halfway within the inside of the spoon. Hold the spoon such that it is balanced and not tilted to one side. You can do so by resting your hand on the edge of the bowl, and this will help you to stabilize the spoon. You might need to practice this motion a few times before you gain some confidence. Pour the sesame oil into the spoon and stop as the oil touches your finger. That would give you about half tablespoon of sesame oil. Add it into the meat. Repeat once more so you have 2 half tablespoons of sesame oil. Next, you're going to add your soya sauce. Now, with the soya sauce, as it is more liquidy and thin, the pouring into the tablespoon is actually a bit more difficult as it might spill out easily. A good tip you can try is using a soup spoon instead of a tablespoon. With the soup spoon, because it is curved, you have a better control. But in this video, I'm using a tablespoon. Using the same method, I'm going to place my index finger in the insides of the spoon, and as the soya sauce is being poured out, as it touches my index finger, I will pour it into the meat. If you are planning to use a soup spoon, you might need to adjust the quantity of the soya sauce. So instead of 2 half tablespoons of soya sauce, you're going to just be using 1 full soup spoon of soya sauce. Because the soup spoon, as it is more curved, it can hold more content. Once you are done with the soya sauce, you're going to add in the Chinese wine. Using the same method, you're going to pour it into your tablespoon, and as your index finger touches it, that should be about half tablespoon. Another quick tip is that each time you want to add in a new condiment, you want to wash your hands first. You want to do that because it will help you to regain your sensitivity when your condiment touches your index finger. So as I was pouring the sesame oil, I could easily feel it as it touches my index finger. However, as I move on to the soya sauce, I realized that it took me a while before I realized that the soya sauce has actually touched my index finger already. So I'm guessing that might be because I was in contact with the sesame oil, and maybe that might cause me to delay my reaction to the soya sauce. So you might want to wash your hands first. After you have poured in all the condiments, you want to start to mix the mixture together. You can do it in a stirring motion, clockwise or anti-clockwise, or you can do it in a way that you start from the edge of the bowl, stirring inwards, flipping the meat inwards to the center of the bowl. Do that a few times probably about 30 seconds, and that will give you a well mixed pork dumpling mixture. So we're gonna add in the white pepper. For me, what I'll do is I'm gonna squeeze the pepper onto my palm. Make sure my palms are dry. I give it a good squeeze about 2 to 3 times. Then I add the pepper from my palm into the meat. Then I give it another good stir. The quantity of the pepper, it really depends on your own preference. If you like more pepper, you can always add more. After that, we can start to make our pork dumplings. So you're gonna set aside the fillings, grab a clean plate. This clean plate will be used to put our readily wrapped pork dumplings. With the dumpling skin, you want to make sure that you're not wrapping with more than one skin. This is because the skin is very thin. One dumpling skin should be about the thickness of a typical piece of paper. You will take some practice for you to get it right. With the skin, you want to place it on your palm. The shape of the dumpling will be a triangle shape. The skin will be positioned like a diamond shape on your palm. With the soup spoon, again with your index finger, place it in the middle of the inside part of the spoon. As you scoop the meat, once it touches your finger, it will be about the right amount. Place the meat right in the center of the skin. The amount of meat should be about the size of a 50-cent coin. Next, you're gonna dab some water with your fingers, and then with the water, you're gonna dab it onto the skin. You can start by the pointy end near the bottom of your palm, and then going from 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. That means that you're only putting water on half of the dumpling, not the entire dumpling skin. Then you're going to bring the pointy end from the end of your palm to meet the pointy end at your middle finger. Once that is done, you can start to seal the skin such that the dumpling is now in a triangle shape. And there you have it. If you feel like the skins are not sticking together, you can always add more water and try to pinch it such that they are well sealed. And yeah, we're done. Yay! So throw these dumplings into a pot of boiling water or a boiling pot of soup and let it cook for about 5 minutes. Thanks for watching. Enjoy!